All right, guys, this one's out of Fairfax, Virginia. And just from reading the description, this officer's gotten himself in some hot water. Have you had the watermelon Red Bull yet? It's pretty dope, not gonna lie. All right, let's jump into this and see what's what.
Did you call, sir? Did you call? No? Okay. Did you hear anybody? Apparently somebody was saying they needed it.
Man.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Man.
Nice to meet you. Somebody said they needed oxygen. That was you?
Yeah.
Okay, we want to go over to the fire department?
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't need oxygen?
Why need oxygen? Why?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that he may be intoxicated.
Oxygen.
211 Bravo, I'm out with one with the fire department. He's walking around in the middle of the street, rambling. Sir! Sir!
10-4-30-27.
Are you doing okay? Do you mind stepping out of the road? Maybe?
No.
No? What can I do for you?
You can help, man.
Okay, I'm here to help you. So just tell me what you need. You want a detox?
Yeah.
So you want to go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
What's up?
So you want to go to the hospital?
What's up?
You got, all right.
What's up? What's up?
I understand.
What's up, man? You want to sit back? What's up?
They're going to take you to detox.
So I guess he doesn't want to go to detox.
Oh, man. Sir! Devontae, right?
Yeah.
You want to go to detox?
Yes.
Alright, you got to get in the ambulance with them if you want to go to detox.
No. Speak to Didi.
Hey, Jen, what's the address of my gas station?
So you don't want to go to detox? Where do you want to go?
You got.
Would you mind stepping out of the road for me?
No, you got, huh? You got.
What's up?
You got. Tobias Pittman need help. Tobias Pittman need help. Tobias Pittman need help.
Where's he?
Tobias Pittman need help.
Who's
Tobias Pittman need help.
Tobias Pittman?
Tobias Pittman need help. Tobias Pittman need help. Tobias Pittman need help.
So do you not want to go to the hospital?
Tobias Pittman need help. 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 Tobias Pittman.
Who's Tobias Pittman?
Tobias Pittman.
Again, I think he may have used some kind of drug.
Tobias Pittman need help.
Who's that?
Tobias Pittman need help bad. Tobias Pittman need help bad.
Yeah, look out for two motorcycles cruising in the neighborhood. No further than look out 1369.
You take you to the hospital?
Yeah.
You'll go with us to the hospital?
Yeah.
You get in the back of the ambulance?
Yeah.
Come on.
So you're going to get in the back of the ambulance, right? No?
Get on the ground, Anthony.
Is he wanted?
Roll over.
No! Diddy!
Anthony, relax.
Diddy!
Anthony, relax.
Diddy!
Anthony, give me your arm.
Diddy!
Anthony.
Diddy! No!
Step it up.
No!
All right, just observation here, but it looks like he didn't get a very good spread on the probes there.
You're good to get up. I got you.
No!
Come on, man. Calm down. You got cuffs? You got cuffs? Arms under here under Jackson.
Fordson and Fordson.
Jackson under your belly. I got him, Jackson. Go ahead, go test
Yeah, I got his shoulder there.
I got him right here. Yeah, got him right here. Coming up.
Diddy!
Got it.
Diddy, I can't breathe, Diddy.
All right, get
Diddy, I can't breathe, Diddy. Diddy, I can't breathe, Diddy.
No, nobody's on your neck. Nobody's on your neck,
Hey,
buddy.
we're going to get you rolled over. We're going to get you rolled over.
Diddy, I can't breathe. Diddy, I can't breathe, Diddy. Diddy, I can't breathe, Diddy.
Hey, we're rolling over. Are you good?
Diddy, I can't breathe, Diddy. Diddy, I can't breathe, Didi.
We got you on your side,
Didi, I
man.
can't breathe, Didi. Didi, I can't breathe, Didi. 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 Hey, Didi. Hey, Didi. Didi, I'll tell you now, Didi. I got it. I'll take it. Didi.
Excited delirium.
Hey, baby.
Hey,
Didi.
you're good. Hey, breathe.
Didi.
Breathe. Calm down. You got it?
Yellow span. Yellow span.
Hey, just breathe, man.
Yellow span.
I don't know what I was
The
saying.
yellow span. Yellow span. Yellow span. Yellow span. Yellow span. The yellow span. Yellow span right now. I said the yellow span right now. The yellow span right now. Yellow span right now. Yellow span. Yellow span. Yellow. The yellow. Yellow span. Yellow span. The yellow.
So the part that I'm confused about, I guess the question I would have, I can see why on one hand the backup officer would, use a taser given this guy's behavior. I guess what I'm asking is, did he know something that the other officer didn't? Did he have warrants, or was there something else going on, or was he merely just trying to put an end to a situation before it escalated into something else? Contact officer was doing a good job of talking to this guy, but given the subject's behavior, the walking in circles and the gibberish, I mean, the guy was clearly on something, or maybe had some kind of mental problem. One can mirror the other oftentimes, but I guess again my question would be, why the taser? If he's shutting it down before it escalated into something else, and they wanted to get him handcuffed quickly, and I gotta say, they get him cuffed, they rolled him over quickly, they secured his legs properly, and I'm assuming after that they loaded him up into the ambulance. Of course, you don't see what happens after that, but my understanding is this officer's been charged with whatever level of assault, and obviously fired. And that's what's so hard about doing these things, is because we got 5 minutes and 4 seconds, and about 4 minutes and 4 seconds of that was the erratic behavior and the officer trying to talk him down. EMS was there trying to get him into the ambulance to take him to the hospital. So there was a whole lot going on, and I'm asking myself, I guess, would I have done the same thing? When I get on scene and I see this situation and I see this guy's behavior and I see the other officer and the EMS crew trying to get this guy talked down, and he's not having any of it, can you just let him walk away? Can you just let him walk away? Or or at that point, are you obligated to take some kind of action? Now, let's say that you let him walk away. Let's say that you do nothing. You're what we would call code 3. You're just gone. In this guy's state, you leave and he is out in traffic and gets hit by a car, or he goes on to hurt someone else, or he kills himself. Well, then who's on the hook for that? So, can you just leave? You have to do something. What is the something that you do? The most obvious thing for me is, let's get this guy to a hospital, because he's obviously having some kind of problem, whether it be drug-induced, alcohol-induced, or he's having some kind of mental episode. The hospital, in my opinion, is the best choice. So let's try and get this cat loaded up in the ambulance and get him the help that he needs, so he doesn't harm himself, so he doesn't get hurt, or so he doesn't hurt someone else, and he's with the professionals. I guess the other question that would be raised is then, did they have to immediately go to the taser? Well, what then was the other choice? Do you just tackle the guy? Do you go hands-on with him? Or, I mean, this one raises all kinds of questions, man. And I know I've been rambling on here for a long time, but you've got a bunch of options. You don't want to OC the guy. You don't want to pepper spray him, because now he's just pissed off on top of whatever else he's got going on. Do you bum rush him and tackle him? Well, now you're in a fight. And yeah, I mean, there's more than one of you there, but you don't want to be in a fight if you can help it. Can you talk this guy into handcuffs? Well, that's what they've been trying to do. Talk him into handcuffs or talk him into the ambulance. Whichever is easiest. And it didn't seem to be working. So you introduce neuromuscular incapacitation with the taser. You get him locked up just long enough to get him secured, and then roll him over and get him into the ambulance. Now, I don't know the use of force policy for this agency. I don't know what happened after this. What I did see was, the taser shot wasn't ideal, but are they ever ideal? The drive stuns, it's hard to say without being there. Was this guy pushing himself up off the pavement? Was he resisting that hard? Now, there was a bunch of other guys there. EMS was helping out, and the original contact officer was helping out. So, was there a need for the second, third drive stuns? I don't know. That back of the neck shock, I don't know if that's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I mean, if you want to do it, find somewhere far away from one of those probes and see if you can get a good connection, maybe between the drive stun and one of the other probes. But I don't know that the second or third were absolutely necessary. But again, all we can do is look at these and take them at face value and kind of talk about what we're seeing. And this is what we're seeing. So you guys, please drop something down in the comments and let me know what you see and what you think about the totality of the situation. Because this is, it's not an unusual call. This kind of call happens every day. So, what was the next best choice? What's the instead of? I guess is what I'm asking. Anyway, you guys be safe, and if you can't be good at it. See you soon.